There's a saying in Spanish, justice sometimes takes a while to get there, but in the end, always finds its destination. Karma never forgets an address. And Harry's about to be, oh my God, I love it because karma's coming knocking on his door. $1 million, a little bit over $1 million he has to pay. It's a good day. What are you looking at? I love you, I love you, I love you. Harry, sorry, I forgot the mic. You know, Harry is so cheap. He is such a bitter little man that it brings me pleasure to say that him paying $1 million, ordered to pay $1 million, it's a good day. Before we start, I am absolutely blown away. Cindy and I are absolutely blown away for all the generosity. There's only about 525 raffle tickets sold. There's only like 525 tickets left to get to 1,000. I mean, I am so blown away for all of you buying. What a great community it is. I thank you, Latesha. You know, Latesha is fairly new in my world, and yet she went and bought 21 tickets. Thank you so very much, Latesha. And go subscribe to her channel. I mean, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this because, you know, she bought the 21 tickets. You know that I've been endorsing her, and I had her to do my live and my channel, and I did it without ulterior motives. I was just very happy she posted on her channel that for people, you know, people in her community to buy tickets. So thank you very much, Latesha. Thanks to all of you. I had a subscriber buy 50 tickets. I am blown away. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. You know, we may not be the Sussex Squad. We're better than that. And I may not have a royal title, but you're helping a great deal. And it is to fix these 2 bathrooms. And also that space that you see there, you see the toilet at the end. There's a big space there. That's what we need to tear down that wall. I sound like dumb. Tear down that wall, build that wall. No, but this one we need to tear it down so we can expand it and build another wall and actually make it better for the girls to come in and seek shelter there. And also to fix those 2 bathrooms. And this one that you see here, this is a makeshift outhouse, but it's not very safe because there's no fence around and the kids are basically out there. So yes, I very much appreciate any raffle tickets you can buy. The link for the raffle ticket is in the video description and in the pinned comment below. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am absolutely blown away for all of you who buy the tickets. We have a kick-ass community. It is a good day that this balding idiot, that this jerk is gonna have to pay for what all the nastiness things that he's put the United Kingdom through. Now keep in mind that his security was never taken away. It was downgraded. What do they mean by that? It means that he won't have automatic protection without notice, police protection tax funded. He still has it, beautiful people, but except that he has to give 28 days notice. And I know what you guys say. I know, beautiful people, you say, but you know, why does he have to give 28 day notice? He didn't do it before. They did. Actually, this is why you see that the royals, they put their agenda and their plans, and they plan months in advance because it takes that long to coordinate with security. I used to do that, guys. It takes that long to coordinate security, get in touch with other organizations to make sure that everything is safe for them to be there. So before, he didn't feel he had to give notice because Buckingham Palace was doing all of that for them, for him and Meghan Markle. They would give plans in advance. Actually, Meghan Markle and Harry brought a lot of chaos because Meghan Markle took, beautiful people, as far as I know, 27 trips between 2018 until they left. Yeah, she was going to Canada, I mean, the US, everywhere. So it's not that they don't have, and there's a reason for why they say give us 28 days notice, because we need to, and tell us your detailed agenda, because they need to find routes. They need to get in coordination with things. If anything goes bad, then you take this route here. They gotta check the perimeter. There are all sorts of things, and also to see if it merits them getting security. What kind of security? Most royals only have like one officer. They don't have a convoy, but Harry wants a convoy along with Meghan. Prince Harry loses hopeless bid to appeal High Court ruling over personal security. Judge notes that the Duke of Sussex comprehensively lost, as his request to pay just 40% of the government's cost is also thrown out. I mean, this man is so used to getting a free ride everywhere that he gets angry when he gets a proper bill. Prince Harry has lost a frankly hopeless bid to appeal his case against the Home Office after a High Court judge noted that he had comprehensively lost. By that, beautiful people, doesn't mean partially won. No. Comprehensively means you lost, dude. Okay? The Duke of Sussex sought a judicial review over the decision to remove his right to automatic police protection when he moved abroad. Listen to this. This word is incredibly important. Automatic. Because he does get it if he gives 28 days notice, but he doesn't want to give 28 days notice because in his head he still doesn't understand that before it wasn't 28 days notice that Buckingham Palace gives Radek or Scotland Yard. It's months notice, okay? His claim was dismissed in February after 2.5 years of legal wrangling. Mr. Justice Lane insisted that the decision made by the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, RAVEC, had not been irrational or procedurally unfair. Sorry about my languages. Court documents released on Monday revealed that Prince Harry's application to appeal the ruling was also roundly rejected by the judge, as was his request to pay just 40% of the government's cost, which exceeded £500,000. That's almost $1 million with rate of exchange. Okay. The judge ordered him instead to pay 90%, stating that his submission relied upon a great deal of unsupported speculation. Basically, he's insane. Harry is insane. He's paranoid or pretending to be paranoid. It's the same thing. Whether he is truly paranoid or acting paranoid, it's the same thing. It causes the same damage. The ruling means that the Duke faces an estimated cost of more than $1 million, including his own legal fees. Oh, so it's more than that, guys. More than $1 million bucks. We're looking at $1.5 million American, £1 million. Wow. On the application to appeal, Mr. Justice Lane criticized the Duke's legal team for displaying precisely the same kind of errors he had identified in his original ruling, specifically by taking an inappropriate and formalistic approach to the process. The judge said the application was largely a recapitulation of the case advanced by the claimant at trial. He continued, the reality of the matter is that the claimant considers he should receive different approach to his protection while in the UK than Radek decided he should, based in part on his comparison of his own position with that of others. Basically, I am better than everybody, I'm more important than everybody, so I should have security. That's what it boils down to, okay? Radek, as an expert, and I really emphasize this, expert body, concluded otherwise. It was entitled to do so. Radek has the power of decision because they do a security assessment. They consider all the threats. They have access to intel. So they would know whether Harry or Meghan would be a target, a viable target, which they are not. Frankly, hopeless. The suggestion that the court should not afford deference to Radek's decision making because the subject matter involved the protection of an individual was frankly hopeless, the judge said. Okay? There are no other compelling reasons for an appeal to be heard, he concluded. The fact that the subject matter concerns protection of life and safety, security of person does not constitute such a reason. Basically, that it should be heard because, according to Harry, it consists of safety and security of a person. So that should be heard. No, because Radek is an independent government body, and the courts cannot start regulating what independent security governments bodies are doing, because the court does not have all the facts nor the intelligence to say that Ravik acted or it is not doing their job. Just like it would be for let's say, for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to dictate that the judge is not doing his job and he's going to interfere in that. It's absolutely insanity at its best. So the fact that the subject matter concerns protection of life and safety, security of person, does not constitute such a reason. If it did, there would be vast numbers of substantive appeals in the immigration jurisdiction where the Refugee Convention, ECHR Article 3, is commonly engaged. What the judge means by that, it's like, you know, a lot of refugees, when they come and they claim asylum, they say that it's too dangerous and things should be revised, and they apply Article 3, and it has to be taken into consideration because it involves somebody's life and safety. Not that doesn't necessarily is the case. That's why he's mentioning it here. The judge also dismissed the Duke's argument that the case may have been the first substantive judicial review of Ravik, which he said was not a compelling reason. So basically, Harry wanted to be the first to have a judge tell Ravik they're not doing their job properly. That's what Harry wants, because in his mind, Harry knows better than everybody. In his mind, Harry is more important than everybody. And because in his mind, he's such an important individual, he cannot be without security. And it's hard for Harry to realize that he's not. This is another blow that he's not that important. He's not even the Spare anymore. I think he wanted to put that book Spare, guys, because he still thinks of himself that way. And he rejected the suggestion that the court had made novel legal findings on policy. It is thought that Prince Harry will now take the case directly to the Court of Appeal. And you're wondering, Paula, how can this man do that? Well, the judge, what he did is basically appeal the judge's decision and submit an appeal to the judge's decision. The judge said, no, you may not appeal. The judgment was right. But Harry can, after this, go directly to the Court of Appeals. Most likely will be thrown away. And I hope he gets to be called vexatious litigant. And once he's declared that, he can't be suing anymore. His request for a reduction of up to 60% in the government's cost was based on the fact that it had been too slow to release certain documents. The judge agreed that they should have been made available earlier in the process, but said he thought the Home Office lawyers had adopted a subjective view of the issue and had sought to protect the identities and safety of other VIPs, because Harry's no longer a VIP. I know many people say, but he's the king's son. It doesn't matter. He's not a VIP. Fishing expeditions. The Duke asked on September 8, 2021 for a copy of Ravik's decision-making policy, but was told there was no such document. The judge said that by failing to inform him of the existence of Ravik's 2017 terms of reference until December 2022, the government had allowed him to believe that the decision concerning his security was made under an earlier incarnation of the terms drawn up in 2008. However, he found no evidence of bad faith or improper motive, and said the consequences were not as severe as the Duke had implied, because of course he needs to know everything, because in the Aspen Institute they tell him everything. He said it was important for a defendant to guard against potential fishing expeditions. Absolutely, because Ravik has basically all the security intel that they need to have. I mean, it's very sensitive information. I love this part, guys. Please, I love this part. The judge also criticized the Duke's assertion that he had achieved partial success in his claim, pointing out that he had comprehensively lost, having failed on all of the pleaded grounds. This is because Harry's lawyers and Harry said that he had partially won. No, he didn't. The judge was really angry, and you can tell it because judges usually don't do this. They don't point this out. But he's saying here that he wants to make it absolutely clear that he lost in all points, because he doesn't want any misunderstandings or him going to the press saying something completely different. So the judge is not giving him any options here or any misunderstanding, that the one before he lost completely, And it wasn't a partial win, it was a complete loss, just like this one. He noted that the extremely complex case history was part due to Prince Harry's application for the entire process to be confidential and his subsequent approach to confidentiality restrictions, which took time and effort to resolve. So basically, Harry wanted all of this to remain confidential because he didn't remember all that hoo-ha about him when the Daily Mail said, Harry's trying to apply to get free security and he only offered to pay until afterwards. Yeah, that's because this is the part he didn't want people to know, and he was caught. He said the Duke's decision to launch judicial review proceedings in the first place had also been significantly delayed. Many ways, I feel hopeful. I really do feel hopeful, beautiful people, because of that. Because I know that in my channel and when we do lives in other channels, people say, oh, nothing is ever going to happen to them. We've had the U.S. ambassador to London, to the United Kingdom, say that even if Harry is found guilty of committing the crime of a federal crime of lying in a government, a very important government form, nothing will happen to him, and she laughs about it. She thinks it's funny. As an ambassador, she screwed it up. But I am very, very glad that Harry's going to have to pony up almost $1 million, guys. Good day all around.